Hey, Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This is Chief Kalinago with a video. I'm not going to be on here too long. All right. So let me just make sure I got sound. Give me 1 second. One, two, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is Chief Kalinago. I got sound. I got sound. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to be on here too long. Man. But anyway, I want to acknowledge the great spirit, universal source, universal I am, universal intelligence. I want to acknowledge and give thanks to my ancestors. I'm always honoring my ancestors because I'm telling you, last night, the wee hours of the AM, I had to reach out to my ancestors because this is real. All right. So with that being said, I want you guys to know this is not a game. At least it's not a game to me. I don't know what's your purpose for your existence. I don't know what's your purpose for manifesting here in the flesh. My purpose that I manifested here in the flesh is to wake up the American Aborigines. That is my purpose. You feel what I'm saying? And I take that very seriously. Yesterday, during my live, I was attacked. It was a cyber attack. And I want y'all to know, like, this is real. We are truly fighting principalities and powers. And only those of us that are put in the position that we're in, we are fighting this spiritual battle as well. It's not just a physical battle. Okay. Now, I don't know if it was YouTube or Facebook. I'm not going to say it was Facebook. I think it was YouTube. Because as soon as I finished, in fact, they cut out the live. When I was doing the live, they interrupted the live. Literally, they shut down my internet. Okay, I was telling too much truth. Then I had to use the hotspot on my phone. When I used the hotspot on my phone, then all of a sudden, I felt something come through my laptop. Okay, I really didn't know what it was, but instantly I got a little headache. All right, now I don't get sick. Okay, I don't get sick. I don't even catch the flu. I may catch a little allergies once in a while, but that's about it. But I'm telling y'all, this was a spiritual attack. Okay, so I really didn't pay it no mind. But last night when I shut everything down, family, I'm telling y'all, yo, my head was pounding. My head was pounding. My nose was stuffy. And I'm like, hold up. I wasn't around anybody with, the COVID. I don't expose myself to that. I mean, my immune system is on point. I just didn't know what it was. So I was like, okay, you know what? Just chill, relax, do some meditation on that. And it came as clear as day. I literally saw something in my meditation. I saw something coming through my computer. You see what I'm saying? And it hit me right in the middle of my pineal gland, in the center of my forehead. And it gave me an instant headache. And it gave me all this mucus. So I started calling on to my ancestors. I'm like, listen, y'all know why y'all sent me here. You feel me? And don't allow these people to hurt me like that. So any weapons formed against me will not prosper. And I started to rebuke that in the name of my ancestors. I don't pray to these people's gods. I reach out to my ancestors because I know they're real. Okay, and family, I'm telling you, I started to take some herbs because I always stay loaded with my herbs. I started to take some herbs, and in less than 2 hours, I'm telling you, nothing, and I don't mean to gross you guys out, but nothing but mucus. Mucus was coming from my nose, and I'm like, listen, that was crazy. Whatever they sent through my computer, it was coming out. It was literally, my body was detoxing it because I call unto my ancestors. You feel me? And now my nose is fine. I'm still a little stuffy, but the mucus is gone. The headache is gone. I could still feel a little tension, where, in the middle of my head, but that's gone. I'm saying all that to say, family, this is not a game. It's not a joke. You have to understand what these people have done to us. Y'all better wake up and realize what's going on. And I see a lot of you on Facebook playing games, man. I ain't got time for the games. And a lot of people are sending me Facebook inbox messages, and that's cool. I get at least 30 to 50 of them a day. Family, I can't read all of them and respond to all of these things. I don't have time for that. All these personal things in my inbox, I don't have time for that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you and wake your butt up. I literally created a whole website. I didn't ask nobody for a dime. I did it from my own pocket. I spent literally over 18 hours a day working on that website for y'all. Research I've done for over 20 years, I'm putting on that site. You feel me? Y'all have to understand, okay, the people that you have around you and the people that were sent. You people have to realize that. We are fighting some real demons. And y'all better wake up and realize that. Stop playing these games on Facebook, man. It's time to start calling on to our ancestors. This is real. This is real. And then as soon, I'm telling you, literally, I've been on YouTube for about 15 to 16 years since YouTube started. On YouTube have already identified who I am. That was years ago. Guess what? As soon as I finished the live, well, first they interrupted the live, like I told y'all. Okay. Then I went on my phone to use my hotspot, came back on. And as soon as I was done with the live, guess what? I got a message from YouTube. We need to identify who you are. I don't need to identify who I am. They know who I am. And I'm not talking about in the flesh. They know who I am in the spirit. They know who sent me. That's why they attack me. That's cyber attack. You see, y'all think this is a game, man. This is real. And it's only those of us that was put in the position know how real it is. While y'all on Facebook and YouTube and on the internet playing games. Okay, all these challenges, all these stupid questions y'all be playing about men versus women. I ain't got time for all that, man. I ain't got time for all that. I'm here to restore my ancestors' legacy. And anybody who's not a part of that and you're not for that, man, listen, we don't have any conversation. And I ain't got time for the personal stuff either. We are at war. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And y'all asking our ancestors to rest in peace? No. My ancestors, I'm not asking them to rest in peace. I am asking them to rise. That's it. Because we cannot do this alone. I'm not paranoid. You might be paranoid. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't come on here and disrespect me and tell me I'm paranoid, fam. I will block you from this. This is not a game. I know what I experienced and I know what I saw come from my computer in my vision. With all you lost souls out there. Don't come on here and tell me I'm paranoid. I know what's going on. You're lost. That's the problem. You see, y'all people don't realize there are rituals being done every single month. Every 30 days for the most part, there are rituals being done. So the original people of the land stay in a sleep. You telling me I'm paranoid? You're disrespectful ass. See, y'all don't know what's going on. Why do you think it's so easy to have you continue living the life of a lie? You're black, you're African American, you came from Africa. Why do you think they have to keep they have you perpetuating the lie? As soon as you stand up and you say otherwise, okay, and you start claiming who you truly are, then it becomes a problem. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all better realize that we are fighting some, not just some physical war. You feel me? So, obviously I have to go ahead and block this idiot. You see, and that's what I'm telling you. That's what they send. They send these trolls. They send these trolls. You feel me? And that's what they are. That's why I tell you every skin folk is not kinfolk. That's why I took a long break from doing this, because this is spiritually and mentally taxing. It is spiritual and mentally taxing. I'm telling y'all, because you have a bunch of idiots out here. They will not fight the system, but they will fight you. You feel me? That's the problem. But anyway, I'm not going to be on here too long. A lot of people are asking me, well, Chief, you know what? My family told me I'm such and such. You know, if your family tell you who you are, then remember paper genocide. Okay, paper genocide. The doors rose. Okay, um, the census. All of these things are a form of paper genocide. You feel me? They are a form of paper genocide. So that's why a lot of people, okay, when when you are when you are doing research into your ancestral genealogy, you might come into a bump. All right, you might come into you will come into stumbling blocks. Don't be discouraged. Okay, even if you cannot go past a certain date, if your grandmother told you, your grandfather told you, somebody told you, then even if you cannot find the paper trail, it's okay. You know who you are within your own heart and in your spirit. Then you resurrect that. You start telling your children the truth. Don't beat your head on what you cannot find in the past. Our ancestors are in us. They never left us. They are within the every core of our being. You feel me? Now somebody asked, what herbs do I take? Well, I have a master herbalist that get me my herbs. So I really don't know exactly what, that's his thing. You know what I mean? So I always, get my herbs in advance for whatever. You feel me? So I stay stocked up. So honestly, I really don't know exactly what, he gave, that's in there. You feel me? But the truth of the matter is, y'all got to stop being distracted, family. All this television, okay? All this music on the radio, the stuff y'all have y'all children listening to, all that stuff is vices that they gave us to keep us asleep. You feel me? Y'all got to make better decisions in the food that you eat. You guys need to make better decisions in the people that you hang around. You got to make better decisions on the things that you let your eyes see. This is not a joke. It is not a game, man. I don't know why is it so hard for people to just wake up and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It is just a whole lot easier to be distracted. I get it. But it's all about you. It's all about control. It's free will. The same way you could go on Facebook and post a lot of garbage, you could go on Facebook and post something to uplift somebody. You feel me? All this stupid conversations. Oh, well, if you had, if you found $10 million, would you sleep with somebody for 10 million? Man, listen, shut up, man. And that's grown people. I keep telling y'all, man, when y'all come on my page and send me friend request, before y'all send me any friend request, my page is open to the public. It is not private. Please scroll down my page and see what I'm about. Please. Because don't come on my Facebook sending me friend requests if you're about the BS. That's not what I'm about. I'm here to build. I'm here to uplift. I'm here to teach. That's what I'm here for. You feel me? And you guys have no idea what people like me go through. You have no idea. And it's so hard to get the support of the people you're trying to save and teach. That's why I know you cannot save people. People got to save themselves. Look at what's going on with Haiti right now. We should be in an uproar with what's happening to our Haitian brothers and sisters right now. Do you know what Haiti did for the Americas? You see, that's the problem. Y'all don't know y'all history. Y'all don't know y'all history. The sacrifice that Haitians made, the Arawaks, the original Arawaks and Tainos, that they made for the entire Americas. And then we are watching the United States corporation treat our brothers and sisters like cattle, chasing them on horses, using ropes to capture them like they're cattle. And we are not mad about that? Come on, man. Do you know what Haiti did for the Americas? Do you know what the land of Haiti is? Man, it's sad, man. It's sad. But we're so busy to fight each other. We're so busy to kill each other. We're so busy to attack each other. That's why I tell people I'm in a lane by myself. Because I can't get caught up with everybody and their distraction, man. I can't do that. This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts that we are allowing these things to happen in 2021 to our Haitian brothers and sisters. And we're looking at it like news. Oh, well, they're immigrants. No, you are the real immigrants. How can American Aborigines be immigrants in their own land? Haitians are Arawaks and Tainos, and some of them are Caribs. How can they be immigrants in their own land? Huh? At what point are we going to stand up and unite and say enough is enough? Huh? These people are pushing the jab over in New York so bad that now I have never seen so many of our people, brown-skinned people, copper-toned people. I have never seen so many of our people doing commercials. I mean, literally, they're going on the streets and they're dressing bums and homeless people and putting them in commercials talking about they took the jab and it's safe and there's nothing wrong with it. That alone in itself should let y'all know that something is wrong. That alone in itself should let you know something is wrong. You feel me? I gave y'all a website. I created the website. I put information on there. I'm going to give it to you again. Put it in the link again. Go to the website, learn the information, teach your children who they are. I'm going to create well, I've already created the member section, but pretty soon we're going to have memberships. And this is going to be an organization where the original indigenous people of this land, we're going to stand together in unity. Now, who want to be a part of it? Great. If you don't, you don't. That's on you. But I am doing what the ancestors brought me here to do. Our ancestors are real. And yes, you may be the only one in your home. You might be the only one in your town. You see what I'm saying? You might be the only one that know who you are. Don't feel discouraged, because all it takes is that one seed. That one seed. You feel me? For an entire tree to grow. So what? You know, there was paper genocide. So what? You cannot go past the 1800s. Some of you cannot pass the 1900s. It's fine. What you need to know is this. The story that they told us about all the millions and millions and millions of so-called Black people coming from Africa, that's a lie. And I have nothing against our African cousins and brothers and sisters. I have nothing against them. Okay? However, they are Africans and we are not. Just like how you have you have the original Europeans. They were so-called black Europeans. I have nothing against them. How about the so-called black Asians? I have nothing against them. But I have to stand as who I am. My ancestors have always been in the Americas, whether it's South or North America, the Orinoco River, okay, from time immemorial. You feel me? My people were in the islands before slavery. So let me ask you a question: where did they come from? If they were in the Americas before slavery, where did they come from? You see, y'all got to start thinking and stop allowing these people to tell us who we are. We got to stand up. It is time to stand up. They are the real immigrants. I don't care what they look like. If you're not an American Aborigine, you are an immigrant. So we have to step up and say enough is enough. Period. And that's why I'm here serving my purpose. I'm not here to play games. You feel me? I'm not here to debate with people. I was given the facts. I was given the truth. I'm putting it all out there. It is what it is. So like I said, they have their gatekeepers, and that's fine. That's what they're supposed to do. But I'm going to infiltrate each and every part of whatever they're putting in my way. I'm going to infiltrate it because I'm not doing this alone. My ancestors stand with me. They stand with me and they are protecting me. And I'm going to serve my purpose. Period. It is really that simple. I cannot force you to play your part. I cannot force you to do anything. All I know is any man or woman that lives his or her life and they cannot serve their purpose and they don't know what their purpose is, they haven't lived at all. That much I could tell you. So if you just want to be a wandering generality, that's on you. I am a meaningful specific. I was cut from a different cloth. Trust me, it takes a lot of discipline to be focused and not be distracted. I promise you that. But you have to awaken your disciples, which is the 12 faculties in your mind. You have to wake them up and you have to discipline them in order for you to stay disciplined. You have to wake up your disciples. So I'm always going to travel the road less traveled. I'm always going to do that. All right. So I just wanted to kind of come talk to you guys again, let you guys know that this is real. Okay. And we are fighting seriously. We are fighting spiritual principalities and powers. Okay. That's why we have to call on our ancestors. You have to, family. You have to. Okay. You have to. Kalinago is a group of indigenous peoples of the Americas. And I asked my ancestors for permission to use the name. And they gave me the permission to use the name. Family, nobody's going to tell our story but us. Nobody but us. Okay? We have to tell our own story. I dare any one of them. I just told you where Kalinago came from, family. I dare any one of them to prove. You see, you have to put the burden of proof on people. Let them prove that we are not the American Aborigines. Let them prove that we came from Africa. And here's the funny thing. A lot of you that think your ancestors came from Africa, guess what? You got tricked too. Because, you know why? A lot of the so-called black people that came here as indentured servants, and they told you they were slaves, they came from Europe. The majority of them came from Europe. They are the Black Irish, and I'm saying so-called black. They're the so-called Black Irish, the so-called Black Scottish, and they're so-called Black Britons. Okay? They are not Africans. That's how they tricked y'all. You see what I'm saying? Why do you think a lot of you have, well, a lot of us, not you, a lot of us have, Scottish and Irish names? Why? Because the people who came here and set up the 13 colonies, they were so-called black. Okay? They were so-called black. They were the so-called slave masters. You feel me? That's why a lot of us have these Irish names. Those are not white Irish names. No, they are black Irish names. So even for a lot of y'all that think your ancestors came from Africa, no. What they did was they just put everybody in a big box and say, oh, you're black, you're from Africa. And y'all fell for the trick. And once again, I have nothing against our African brothers and sisters. I ain't got nothing against them. But let me tell you something. The majority of the so-called black people did not come from Africa, especially those that came here. So y'all got to keep that in mind. Let them show me the ship. Okay? How come you're able to go into the tombs of pharaohs and get their DNA? Okay? You could get the mummies. Okay? You could get their caskets. And that was thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. But you cannot give me one piece of plywood or one piece of tree that came from a ship that came from Africa. Why is that? Huh? Oh, they did take a lot of our people in Africa to Africa, not just Africa. They didn't take a whole lot of them to Africa. They took some of them to Africa. The majority of them they took to Europe. Okay, a lot of the so-called black people in Britain, they are American Aborigines. They are descendants of Americans in Europe as well. They're not Africans. They are people from the Americas. Okay. Oh, now we didn't just own the plantations. We own the land. We are the natural custodians of the land. Why you think America could never be great again? Why? Because they are oppressing the original people. And they don't realize that they are just in their egos. And America will never be great again until the original people are restored. And stop referring to the United States as America. The United States is not America. Okay, America is a continent. The United States is a corporation on our land, abusing our people. It is time for the American Aborigines to rise. You feel me? Listen, so-called white people did not own plantations until the late 1800s, early 1900s. Because once again, they came here as slaves and indentured servants. All right? So y'all need to get that through y'all heads. It wasn't so-called white people who first came here and enslaved our people. You feel me? Period. Y'all got to know that. And the truth of the matter is the real Africans know the real Africans. You feel me? Why don't you see real Africans, in matches with black so-called black Americans? Because that is not their war. That is not their war. Why don't you see so-called real Africans fighting for the rights to vote? Because that's not their war. They know that that's not their people. You feel me? And again, no disrespect to them. They are our cousins. Because we are children of two different continents. And they know that. But y'all fighting to be them when they know you are not them, disrespecting your ancestors. And that's sad. It is a sad thing, whether it's done in ignorance or not. The point is you're disrespecting your ancestors. We got a lot of work to do, man. We got a lot of work to do. And it's only those that are not afraid that's going to stand up and restore things. You feel me? Because we cannot be afraid. We have to call your ancestors out, man. Call them and know that they will show up. It is really that simple. We are still connected to them. They are still here. They're not gone. And we are asking them to rest in peace. They cannot intervene without us calling them. Because why? They have to respect our free will. But I promise you, if you call out to them, they will show up. They will show up. You know how many of our African cousins I run into, and they give me much respect because they know that I know who I am? Come on, man. But like I tell people before, you know, you guys will know and see who Chief Kalinago is. I don't have to tell you. It will be written, okay, on the stones and the murals of history. Because a lot of times y'all don't know who you got around you or who you got fighting on your behalf. You just don't know. So with that being said, I'm about to conclude this. I just wanted to kind of, let you guys know that we are fighting spiritualities and principalities and powers. It's real. Okay? It's real. And these people, they have the technology to attack you through your computer. You see, y'all think this is a game. And then you have your children on phones all day, every day. You don't know what kind of energy is being emitted through the phones. You just don't know. And then you wonder why your children are acting the way that they are. You see, y'all don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're fighting. You don't know what you're dealing with. Okay? And then you get on your knees and you pray to these imaginary gods that they gave you. You feel me? Man, I'm telling y'all, I don't know, man. Sometimes I think I'm ahead of my time, but you know what? It is what it is. That's always the case with the real ones. We are always ahead of our time. And it's only when we transition, everybody know, then our stories are told. I'm not looking for any accolades. I'm just looking for people to read and learn the truth, man. Learn the truth. It is really that simple. Don't matter how you look at it. Okay. Even if you were African, that means you're still indigenous. You are just indigenous to another land. So either way, stand with the indigenous people. We are indigenous. And not just indigenous meaning that born in or born of. I'm talking about original indigenous. And I've showed you guys this before, but I'm going to show it to you again because you know why? Repetition is the key. So let me just go ahead and pull that up for you guys and show it to you real quick before I get out of here. Give me a second. I'm going to show it to you once again before I get out of here. Because I gotta go take care of some business. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Family, do me a favor, please. I'm gonna have to try to see how I could cut out this donation on YouTube. Do me a favor, don't give any donations on YouTube, please. Because YouTube right now, they got something against me. All right, and they blocking everything that I do. I don't even have access to the donations people are giving. So with that being said, go to the site. All right, go to the site that I created for us. All right. I created a site for us. If you want to support, then you could do that on the site. All right. The site is www.ipnan.org. www.ipnan.org. Okay. If you want to support, the work and what we are doing, then you could go ahead and do it from there. All right. Thank you. Because anything you send on YouTube, I have no access to it, just so you know. Okay. Let me go ahead and share this real quick. Here we are. Okay. So this is the etymology of indigenous. All right. The etymology of a word is the original meaning of the word, the energy it was meant to carry. Okay. So indigenous, born or originating in a particular place. That's why when the UN did the United Nations Declarations on the Rights of Indigenous People, it was such a broad term because they didn't want to define what or whom indigenous are or is. So they just left it as a general scope of whoever want to decide that they're indigenous could decide that, because even if you are just born, which is the same thing as a native is indigenous, but they're just born indigenous. Okay, we are born and originating. Not everybody is originating. You see what I'm saying? So we have to be mindful with the trickery of the words. That's why I always say original indigenous, because I know the true meaning of the word. So you could be born or originating to be indigenous, which is a native, means to be born. But originating, not everybody is an original indigenous. Anytime your ancestors came, that means that you were born. You feel me? Those ancestors that didn't come, they have always been here from time immemorial, then they are originating. I am from that stock, the original. And the majority of us actually are. So that is the etymology of indigenous, either born or originating. A lot of people are just born, but we are born and originated. Okay, that is the difference. All right, just wanted to kind of share that with you guys before I get out of here. All right, so guys, once again, there's a lot of information on the site. I'm gonna put a whole lot more on there. I'm also, which I've done a video on that as well. I'm gonna have a section to help people or just give them a guide to start tracing their ancestry. That's gonna be on the site as well. I'm also gonna do a lesson on showing and giving you proof that the Americas is the firstborn. That's why they had to try to kill the firstborn. Everything that you read in the Bible is an allegory. Okay, it carries different meanings in different scenarios. America was the firstborn, so they have to try to kill the firstborn. All right, they don't want us to know this, but I'm gonna prove to you. Okay, if I'm gonna go past Pangea. I'm gonna pass Pangea. I'm gonna pass all that and show you that America, our homeland, our motherland, was the center of it all. Okay, and she birthed the entire world. You see what I'm saying? I know it might be a little bit challenging or hard for you to wrap that around your mind because you were taught otherwise. But I'm going to prove to you America is the oldest world. I'm talking about scientifically. I'm going to give you the facts. All right. So I'm putting all that information right now together. So all the people you see, that's why do you think America has always been the center of the world? Why do you think the world has always looked towards us? Because it has always been that way. Okay. Why do you think literally over 90%, if not more, of the inventions were made by so-called Black Americans? I dare anybody to prove me wrong. Why do you think that? Yes, it was taken and stolen from us and patented. Okay. But we were the ones who created it. We invented it. You feel me? And that's facts. See, nobody's talking about that. So the world is looking at us as their saviors, not because the United States is the greatest country in the world. No, it is a spiritual energy thing. They know, they feel connected to the Americas because it's deeper than what you think it is. It's not just the opportunity that attracts them, it's a spiritual thing as well. It gives them a sense of belonging because the truth of the matter is they are coming home. America birthed the world. And I know a lot of you may think I'm crazy, but I'm not. Okay? Human life did not originate in Africa. They fooled you on that one. Okay? And I'm going to give y'all the scientific proof of that. You did? So, you guys enjoy the rest of your continuation. I will not be doing another live today. I'm going to just chill. You know, I still got a little bit of detoxing to do. So I'm going to do that. And I got some things I gotta do today. But I wish you guys an amazing continuation. Family, do me a favor, please. All I ask from you, I don't ask anything from you guys. Okay, that's not reasonable. All I ask of you is stop being distracted. Stop with the distractions, family. Please use your platforms to impact change in the right way. Use your platform to start telling our people they are not black. Use your platform to tell our people they are not African Americans. You see what I'm saying? Let's teach our people. You see, the reason why they had to take away our identity was so that we would be put in their jurisdiction. You see, it's all about jurisdiction. The moment you know that you're an Aborigine, okay, they cannot put you in their jurisdiction. And here's a little something a lot of you may or may not know, but I'm going to drop them jewels on you, okay? Yes, American Indian is a misnomer as well. You feel me? We are American Indians, but we are not American Indians. And what I mean by that is the Aborigines have always been here. American Indians came later. When I say they came later, meaning that the name and the concept came later. You feel me? So, in other words, let me give you an example. American Indians did not build the mounds. It was the American Aborigines. It was people that came before them. You see? So, American Indian is a mixture of people that came. Some of them came before 1492. Okay, some of them came, during certain times in our history. Okay, and they mixed in with the Aborigines. Those are American Indians. But American Aborigines are the original people. You feel me? The ones that were here from time immemorial. So, even if you call yourself an American Indian, it could still be debated that you are in their jurisdiction. Okay? You have a whole lot more room to play with, yes, but you are still in their jurisdiction. Why? Because they coined that term. You feel me? But when you're an American Aboriginal, which is something that does exist, because I could go into a lot of prehistoric American history and you will see nothing but Aboriginal, talking about the Aboriginals. Just like the Australian Aboriginals, we are the American Aboriginals. They have no jurisdiction over the Aboriginals. So we have to stand up as Aboriginals and make sure that there are laws and declarations passed to protect and honor the rights of the American Aborigines. I'm actually working on a declaration right now. So all I'm just saying is, I need your support. And when I say I need your support, what I want you to do for me is stop with the distractions. Cut out the television. Cut out the games and the foolishness you look at on Facebook and YouTube. Get your children away from that. That's all I'm asking y'all to do. I'm not asking for anything crazy. Teach your children. I promise you, You will be surprised how much they will be interested in learning that. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you for thousands of dollars. I'm not asking, no, I'm not doing, just all I'm asking is you to stop the distractions and teach your children, teach your people. Let's give them back their blackness because that's not us. And while I'm at that too, let me show you I'm going to do it again because repetition is the key. Let me show you the etymology of the word black. It's like every time I'm ready to get out of here, I got to do something else. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Remember, the etymology of a word is the original meaning of the word. It was meant to carry in from a certain time period. Okay, that's why when you use certain words, you have to know the era that that word was used. Okay, black. Okay, I'm gonna go down to, let me see, shine, to burn, scorch, to glow. Burned. Give me 1 second here. I know it's here. Blake. It says used. SWAT. Okay. Uh-huh. Fire. Absence of color. We cannot be black because we're not absence of color. Okay. Pale. You see where it says it? Pale. Black means pale. So let me ask y'all a question. If black, in the etymology of the word black, it means pale. Okay. How are you people calling yourself black? Don't you really know who the real black people are? Pale people are the real black people. Just so y'all know. Colorless. Right here. Pale. See that? Right here. Black means pale. So let me ask you, so-called black people, what part of you is black? What part of your skin is black? What race is black? What nationality is black? And you guys are just so proud that James Brown came and told you to be proud of a color that you are not. You see, he was paid as well. You feel me? Black means pale, family. So again, who are the real black people? The pale people are the black people, not us. Like Eddie Murphy told you in Trading Places, the movie, they traded places with us. And this is not about hating people, man. This is about telling the truth. It's only the truth that will set us free. The truth. So they are the real black people. Pale people are black people. It is really that simple. Okay. So, guys, I gave you the website, www.ipnan.org. If you want to do any supporting, do it there, please. You guys have a great continuation. This is Chief Kalinago. I love you. And stay up, stay protected. And that's it, man. We are going to get through this, okay? We are going to get through this. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. I know a lot of people are hurting right now financially. I mean, people are hurting from this pandemic, but guys, don't give up. Please take care of yourselves, build your immune system, fight this thing. We are going to get through this. I promise you. Okay. There's nothing they could do to get rid of us. They can't get rid of us. You cannot get rid of the original stock. There's no way you could get rid of us. Yes, you could try to reduce our numbers, and some people will fall for it, but you cannot get rid of us. We are needed, and they know that. You feel me? So with that being said, all right, we are not black. All right? We are not black. We are the original indigenous people of this land. That's who we are. So if you were to call yourself anything, I would suggest American Aborigines, American Aboriginal, Original Indigenous American. We are the only one, okay, under universal law that have the right to call ourselves Americans. Anybody else, it has to be a hyphen. Okay? X-American, X-American, Y-American, P-American, B-American. They have no right, and it's a disrespect to call themselves Americans. They are United States citizens. That's a complete different thing. And we got to stop allowing people to take our identity. Question them. Question them. Really, it's really that simple. Let us take back our title as who we are. And that is the Aboriginal title. American Aborigines Stand Up. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.